Hello, it is Dr. Chris Raquel, and I am back again with a video for today. I hope you all are doing amazingly. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also send me an email at askkrystalracquel@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to respond to your question or concern on a YouTube video. So I hope everything is going wonderfully for you all. I have a topic for today. The topic is, it's not your time yet. I know a lot of times we go through life and there are certain things that we want to achieve. There's certain things that we want for ourselves. It could be related to relationships, school, employment, our living situation, family, car, anything. And I'm here to say God's timing is the right timing. There are times where we feel like the waiting period has been too long. There are times where we feel that so many things have happened and a lot of things are outside of our control. Don't be discouraged. It's just not your time yet. God has the indicated time for so many things in your lives. Sometimes we can delay ourselves by not walking with God or not doing the right thing or just so many different things, but God is there. He wants to give us grace for any of our mistakes, but at the same time, don't rush. There's no reason to rush. Don't rush just don't rush. Whatever it is that you have in mind for yourself, make sure that you're doing all the appropriate things to get to that point in time. So the one that comes to mind for a lot of people, men and women, relationship. If you want a relationship, do all the work in that waiting period. That means working on yourself mentally, intellectually, spiritually, physically, emotionally, everything, right? Work on yourself so that way you're the best version of yourself. Don't ever focus on anything, not even just relationships. Don't get so stuck on what it is that you want, and start setting mini goals for yourself. So if you know that in 5 years you would love to be married and have a child, don't think that that is going to magically just appear for you without you doing any work, without you doing any change, anything to better yourself and improve your life. It's not going to happen. Things are not just going to come to you. We have to set little goals. So a mini goal for that would be working on yourself, focusing on your finances, focusing on your health, self-discipline, making sure that you're doing healthy practices in terms of your life, in terms of your eating, in terms of everything, physical activity. Make sure that you have skills. If you are hoping to have a certain career, make sure you have gotten the skills and education to do so. And outside of a relationship and a marriage, let's just say you have a goal in mind where you would love to work, one that just came to mind, the United Nations, right? The United Nations, I believe a lot of those jobs require a certain language skill. Let's say you want to be able to work for the United Nations within 5 years. So you have to analyze and look at the jobs. You can't just stay and work at the United Nations. You're going to have to look at certain things, look at your qualifications and say, okay, do I have those qualifications? Do I have that language skill? No, I don't. Am I really that dedicated to learn this specific language, which is French or Spanish? Within 5 years, okay, I am. Let me go ahead and do it. You have to actually set goals for your life. And let's say you have a dream, you like to build up a certain business. Let's say you sell hair extensions or weaves, and you would love to be an entrepreneur and be an owner of a multi-million-dollar hair business. What you're gonna have to do is start building that business, right? So whatever it requires, it could require you setting up a way to make payments online or whatever it is, right? You're gonna have to look into what it is that is gonna allow you to own that business. So make steps. Don't just say, hey, I want this, I want that. No, you're gonna have to take those steps to be able to get to where you want to be. So It's just not your time yet, and that is okay. But make sure you're making those goals in the meantime. Make sure you're not just standing still. Because there's always an opportunity for improvement. So don't be discouraged. God is with you. And a lot of times God is growing you. He's strengthening you. I don't know if you know that song. It's a song. I'm always thinking of songs. I know this part. While I'm waiting, I'm getting stronger. I love that song, and I'll put it down below if I can find which song I'm singing. But yeah, while you're waiting, there's so many things that are happening. You're strengthening yourself. All these situations are helping you to see, like, okay, I can handle this. Okay, maybe in the past I thought I wasn't able to handle this, but wow, I'm able to move through situations very calmly because of these situations that I've endured. Or what happened in the waiting, how I grew myself, what I learned about myself. Don't think that the waiting period is for naught. It's not. Like, a lot of people think this way, like, where I'm only going to be happy if I get this. I'm only going to be happy if I get this type of job. I'm only going to be happy if I get this type of boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm only going to be happy if I get this type of car or home. What are you doing in that period? So you're just going to be down and out. You're just going to lack joy. You're just going to be unhappy, angry. No, don't let the waiting period be for nothing. The waiting period is very significant, and a lot of times the journey, the journey a lot of times has more significance than the actual goal. The goal makes everything worth it in the end, but the journey a lot of times is, I would say, is equally as important as the outcome, right? The outcome a lot of times, we know the outcome is good. Whatever it is that you want, that goal that you have, yes, it's going to make you happy, but still be happy in the process. Learn about yourself. That growing period, that time where you're gaining experience, that's what's going to give you the knowledge and wisdom to even be able to get to that point, get to that goal. Then you're going to be able to look back and help people get to where you are, or even just advise people. So just really know it's just not your time yet. It's not your time yet. That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't stress. Don't make it to where you're so unhappy in your position because you don't have what you think you want. God wants to be able to use you exactly where you're at. And there's been times, this came to me as well. Like, there's been times where, when I was younger, here, baby. There's been times when I was younger and one second. Here, baby. Here, baby. There's been times where I was younger and I thought to myself, like, no, looking back, I can see there were certain jobs that I had where it was really, like, it was like a job that I typically wouldn't have done. And I was able to, like, speak to people, and, like, people knew me as, like, the Christian on the job, and, like, people, like, kind of adjusted their behavior based on me being in that environment. A lot of times, like, you can just be in a certain job in passing. And I remember at that job, like, it was a job where it was a lot of young people, and even the boss, like, cursed a lot and all those things. I was there for, like I said, a short amount of time, and it was like they changed their behavior because I entered that environment. So you don't know. A lot of times God is growing you. He's teaching you things about yourself, but He's showing you how strong you are. He's showing other people who He is through you. And yeah, don't use those things as learning experiences, because in those experiences, you're learning about yourself, but you're also helping other people change. You're helping people know who God is, even if it's not something that feels significant to you at the time. You can look back and say, oh, okay, I see what God was doing in that. So me, honestly, I would say, to get to certain goals of my life or things that I've wanted, me looking back, I see those trials as triumphs based on the outcome, for me being able to use those stepping stones within my life to be able to get to where I want to be. And it really boils down to being patient. Understand that, yes, sometimes things are hard, unfavorable. It's not something that you want, but a lot of times the goals that you have, who you are in this moment, is not what that goal requires. So you need to change. You need to be built. You need to be refined. You need to be, what is the word? Like, people use like a statue and they use a scalpel and they're like chipping away at it. That needs to happen to you in order for you to get to where you're supposed to be. God wants you to be able to be that calm in the storm. He wants you to be able to be so sure in him and so sure in who you are and your identity that you'll be able to withstand what comes when you do get to that elevated position. So just keep those things in mind. It's okay. It's okay to be in a waiting period. God wants to make changes in you, and that is wonderful. In order, if let's say you've prayed for things, if you've prayed and you say, you know, I want this, this is my goal, get ready. There's going to be a lot of changes that happen. There might be disruption, a lot of different things that you don't like that happen. Let's say you have a goal to get somewhere in the next 10 years. All right, be careful that those 10 years might be a little rocky, because in order for you to get to something that's so excellent or so wonderful, whatever it is that you desire, that takes a certain type of person. And a lot of the times, the main thing that always comes to mind is you have to get to certain positions that where God can use you, and to obtain a goal that you have. Character, you got to have integrity. You're going to have humility. And to get to those points, it takes what's the word, like roughing away of who you are, so for God to get to the core of who you are, and for you to be able to withstand what comes once you get to that position. So it's okay. It is not your time yet. That's all right. Just understand that. And you know, I know hearing that you're probably like, no, it's my time, it's my time. Okay, my point is, if you don't have that goal that you're searching for right now, understand it's okay. It's not your time. Keep trucking away. Keep moving forward. Build yourself up, who you are. Know your identity. Know who you are. Know that, so that when any trial comes, you're going to be there like a standing solid piece of rock, because you know who you are. You've been able to withstand the test, and now God can finally use you. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Please like my video, comment down below, and have an amazing, blessed day. Bye.